Good morning to you all. I'm Eero Lindqvist from Telia Finland, and I have with me Yilmaz Karilyan from Nokia. Welcome, Yilmaz.
Thank you.
Today we are talking about data centers and cloud services. Nokia was one of the first colocation customers in our Helsinki data center, and over the 2.5 years it has grown to be the largest colocation customer. And much of that growth has come from your private cloud environment. Can you, Yilmaz, tell us a little bit about your private cloud environment and your data center strategy?
Yeah, perfect. So first of all, I'm Yilmaz Karilyan, head of Nokia Enterprise and Services Cloud. And I will introduce a little bit more what is it all about. 20 years plus, I've been leading the IT technology and people in different organizations in Nokia. And the last 7 years, I have been just focusing on the cloud, multi-cloud, the private cloud, public cloud, how to design, build, deploy, maintain, support, and with the great engineers of the Nokia.
So you have seen the life cycle.
Whole journey. And the journey is still continuous. And then I'm proud to be in a team that is which accelerates the Nokia cloud journey.
Yes.
And that is about me and team. And about the private cloud that you see on the background, I will go into details and explain what is it all about.
Yeah, I understand that it's actually one of the largest private clouds that there is.
It is. And then we start the journey something like 11 years ago with a couple of servers. Everybody was talking about the cloud. We decided to make it happen.
Okay.
So it's just grow to the 10 server, it's grow to the 100 server, it's grow to the 10,000 server. Now it's something like 11,000. In the background, you can see 500,000 core in 5 data centers worldwide and 43 petabytes storage. And what is the beauty on that is the state of the art the implementation, and from the how we build it, how we maintain, how we support in the automated and cloud native manner, which enables this with the big numbers that you can really run, and in the Telia data centers.
What are you using the cloud services for?
So it's mainly across Nokia for the software development and as a hosting platform. So we do on the 5G software development on top on it. We host our solutions, call it IT enterprise or IOC or IoT. Variety of the 4,000 plus solutions are hosted and developed on this platform. And we are not selling to our customers. We are using ourselves and for our own purpose, and it's critical computing and storage engine for the Nokia.
Right. So why you chose to build your own private cloud? Because nowadays everybody is just talking about the public clouds, Amazon, Azure, Google Cloud, and whatever.
Yeah. Once when we start this journey, they were not there. It was the beauty of the story. So we were free to start the journey without any outside interruption as today. And it's not the interruption, it's the positive interruption, I can call it, what they brought in the market. And then private is, one size doesn't fit all. We need private and public, and we shall be capable to maintain and support those in similar manner what we do in Nokia today. And why is the private is because some countries' legal legislations, and they don't allow you to, for example, work with the US-based or the cloud providers. And then some other customers' data privacy topics, and some cases the security, and then it's not that these public cloud providers are not providing the security environment, they are providing for sure, but are you capable to fit that environment yourself with your application architecture, with your mindset and investment that you can make it happen. And I give a sample, for example, today, unfortunately, the COVID situation.
Yes.
You at home, you don't need to use the mask.
Right.
But when you go to market, cross the street and go to market, you need to wear your mask. If you don't wear your mask, you are under risk. And that's why what I'm talking about the security. Home is your private, and then public is the market, and then the mask is the thing what you need to enable to ensure the security part of the story. And think about that, if you don't wear mask at all, what will happen to you in the market?
Well, we have seen that with some companies.
Exactly. And then again, this is not the market problem, it is your problem. Are you capable to suit in that environment, invest, and know what you are doing in that environment, which is the niche technology. Everybody cannot do it in automotive and cloud native way.
Yeah.
And that's why private is the one that what we built and maintaining, supporting, and is also working for the the majority of our workloads. But still, we are also leveraging the public cloud providers for our solutions, for our the implementations and so on.
So you have a hybrid cloud strategy. Do you see that it's something that will go on for the foreseeable future?
Sure. I mean, first time when we enabled 4 years ago, from our private cloud Nest, we bridged ourselves to Amazon. And everybody was asking why you have your private and be the one, why you go to the public. And we were trying to explain that we are not in competition with the public ones. And as I mentioned, that one size doesn't fit all. And so we need some services presence from these public cloud providers. And that what doesn't make sense for us to build, because of the business case and so on. And they are gratefully delivering those. So we bridge first to Amazon, then we bridge to Azure. Now we bridge to Google. So our engineers, the customers can go use the private solutions running on the private, solutions are running on the public. And that's totally fine.
So in the future, when 5G becomes more, let's say, generally available, and there are a lot of, let's say, different, mostly, let's say, industrial use cases. So do you see that you need to bring that cloud service also to the edge?
The Nokia new purpose is creating a technology which helping the world together, which helps the world act together.
Right.
Yeah, in a bit better English. So, and what does it mean is basically, I give a sample that with Industry 4.0, the autonomous cars, robots doing the surgeries.
Exactly, yes.
And then what does it mean? You need to have a critical network up and running and properly worldwide in every corner of the world so that you can enable it. And you don't have any option to fail on this critical network. You guess what happens that during the surgery, robot stops working. I don't want to get there. But so that the critical networks and to enable that, from the network technology perspective, you need to get the closest possible to where the action happens. Call it robot, call it autonomous. So, and following that, we talk about the centralized, aggregated, far edge data centers and so on. And they are going to grow and grow and grow. So we will need to be more and more present in every corner of the world, with the colo providers, with the public cloud providers, anything possible in that moment to get it done. So edge is coming and in accelerated manner.
Yeah, but it sounds like a big job to make it happen.
Yeah, it is. But the 5G enables the Industry 4.0. Yeah. And it's all about, and this is the journey. It's not going to be happening overnight. Now we talk about the cloud. Last 10 years, cloud is happening now. The COVID has accelerated a little bit from the technology perspective. And now we are talking about the Industry 4.0, and it's happening. And it will accelerate step by step, indeed. But we see what is surrounding us, and through the 5G, how our life is changing. Yeah. And more consumer use cases come to the visible. Then people understand 5G more. What does it mean for them?
So I understand that Nokia is also participating to this EU level Industry 4.0 Cloud Services Edge initiative. So how you see the importance of that, let's say, in the European level?
Yeah. I mean, if you look at today the map, US has its own cloud technologies. Exactly. Call it Google, Amazon, Azure, and great technologies, no question out of it. China has its own. Yes. Russia has its own. And now European Union starts to think, of course, hey, I need to have my own platform where I can develop, maintain, support things in my house. Call it European Union private cloud.
Right.
And I have been, invited a couple of the meetings that where we have changed some thoughts with the relevant governments and with the Finnish government. Its idea is great. Open APIs, open platform, all the European Union-based companies gives their feedback and helps to develop this. And Nokia is including. And there is a long list of the companies. And I believe we need that in European Union. And it's great initiative. And the principles are great. It's co-work. Everybody's contributing to build architecture and also the principles. I don't know where is it today at the end, but I hope soon we have that cloud.
Yeah, I think that everybody agrees that it's a great idea, but still it seems that it's more on the, let's say, planning design phase.
It is far from the planning. I saw by myself the documentation, and I have been in maybe 10 plus meetings, and also some companies with the Nokia. We went and listening to what they are doing, how they are doing. We did the brainstorming. It is proceeding.
Okay.
And I don't know in the development pace how far is that, and then I don't want to mislead, but I mean on the paper it is showing very promising from the principal's perspective.
So you are saying that it's coming?
It's coming. It must come. It must come.
Good. Elaborating on that, so we have a EU level, let's say, cloud initiative. Do you think that we also should have an EU level data center strategy? Because I think that is also missing.
And I'm not expert in the data center area, but I believe already worldwide the principles, controls, what has been said for the data centers, they are very well covering. Yeah, I mean,
that is true.
I mean, no matter where you are you in the US, are you in Europe, are you in China, all the controls, whenever we go and rent at some colo data center, principles are the same. It must be green. It must fulfill with this availability, this performance, this security controls, no matter where you go. They don't change it.
Yeah.
So in some cases, of course, even in some opportunities that customer wants that European Union-based data center provider, not the China one or the European Union, and it's okay, it's natural. They want everything under control fully, but controls are there. I guess it's not that important.
So it's basically, let's say, the outcome, not who runs the business.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Yeah, data center part is more physical access, physical controls, and so on. Whatever you build on top of it, that matters. Yes. How you ensure that it's secure? How you ensure that you say to your customer, your data is remaining in this data center, you can control it and you can prove it.
Yes.
Those matters. More and more in software layer compared to the physical layer. Yeah. With the GaiaX project, we were introducing also how to automate the cloud.
Right.
When you start to scale up the cloud, you don't anymore manage this with the human power.
No.
You need to be capable to detect things, self-heal those, self-automate those, and to report those, and fix those as much as possible without human interactions. And that is one of the success with our cloud, which is growing continuously. We understood this years ago and start to turn it on, so that we don't need to add headcount more and more to keep things running.
So you just increase the physical capacity and the automation takes care of everything.
Indeed. Deployments in 2 hours, and if something goes wrong, the live migrations here and there with the cloud native mindset. So, and we are proud of it.
You should be.
Yep.
Thank you, Yilmaz, for joining us and sharing your thoughts.
Thank you for the invitation. Glad to be here.